Lucy always has some great food ideas here for us on Studio 10, and another one today. We've got some fantastic looking 4th of July type stuff right here. What are we making this morning, Lucy?
Today we're going to make barbecue spare ribs and also a fresh corn salad. Two great recipes for being outside and being around town this weekend celebrating the 4th of July.
Yeah, having friends or family over. Ribs feeds lots of people. This can feed a lot of people. So what do we need to do to get started here? To
get started on the ribs, that's what we're going to do first. I have 1 slab of spare ribs, and all of our Greer stores have 2-pack spare ribs on sale this all week for $17.99. So this is just half of what you get for 18 bucks out there. So I thought this would be kind of a different recipe. Everybody has their own rub and kind of the own thing they like to do with ribs, but sometimes you want to try something different, and a lot of these things that we're going to do today you'll just have on hand in your pantry.
And look at all those ingredients on the left side. This is going to be a flavor explosion in your mouth. I can't wait to try it.
That's what I like about putting a rub together. You can kind of use what you have on hand, and if you don't like something, just don't put that in there, but I like to kind of throw a lot of things in there. It makes it fun. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup of light brown sugar.
Okay.
And we're not going to use too much brown sugar because, of course, we don't want it to burn on the grill. So 1/4 cup is about all you need. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, which really works well when you're going to put something on the grill.
Cinnamon?
It's kind of, it can be your secret ingredient.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of lemon pepper, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and then a little bit of heat with a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a teaspoon of black pepper, and a little bit of salt there.
I like it.
You're going to mix all that together, and this dry rub, if you didn't use it all, you could store it in a jar for, about 3 months until you want to use it again. And if you do a lot of grilling or a lot of cooking in general, you could, of course, double this recipe and save some. So that is our rub, and we got that all ready to go. And now we're going to prepare our spare ribs. And what you want to do when you have a rack of ribs like this is flip it over so the meat side is down and take off this clear membrane that runs across the back. You want to do this for a couple of reasons. Once you take it off, it's going to allow your rub or your marinade or whatever you're doing to really soak into the meat on both sides. And also, we want to take it off so it doesn't get stuck in your teeth when you eat it.
Right.
If you've ever had ribs and something that gets stuck in your teeth, this is probably what it was. So anyway, it's pretty easy. Of course, some membranes are going to come off easier than others. But what you want to do is just take a knife and kind of pull up some of this membrane so you can have a little bit of an edge to pull with like this. And then the best thing to use is a paper towel. And then you just grab hold of it and pull back.
Look at you
like
go.
That. And again, sometimes, it's going to come off easier than others.
Right.
And if that came off about half, so all I'm going to do is just grab the knife again and, just kind of peel up another little spot to grab our paper towel and just peel the rest of it off. And this is, kind of a good little trick when you're preparing ribs, because if you are having a bunch of people over, you want them to be the best they can be. So here you go, just back like that. And see, we just have a good spot right now to put all our rub on there.
And then when you get that on there, about how long do you want to let that sit?
I like to do mine overnight. Of course, you don't have to do that if you just have a couple hours to let it sit in there. And I grilled these ribs, and the best way that I find to cook ribs is using a charcoal grill and using indirect heat, which just means that when you put your coals in your grill, you put them on half of the grill. And then I like to kind of get it to about 200 degrees and sear both sides just so you get some color on there, and then move it away from the coals and let it cook for about 2 hours. And pork is ready to eat at 145 degrees internal temperature up to 160. It used to be 160, but the USDA has said that it's safe to eat at 145. So that'll ensure a juicy piece of meat.
All right.
So you just get this in there and it'll be ready to go on the grill.
Sounds fantastic. We've got a lot more to do here with Lucy in our upcoming segment, so stick around for that.
Making something perfect for your 4th of July feast. Some barbecue over here, then some corn over here. So you have your main dish and you have a side.
Yeah, we already did the ribs. We prepared those in the first segment, and what we did on these is once you flip over the rib to the meaty side, there's this membrane that runs across the back. So we just used the tip of our knife to kind of get a little tab so we could pull that. And then I just took a paper towel and pulled that off so it doesn't get stuck in our teeth and allows our rub to set in. And then we just mixed up a rub with a lot of different spices, some paprika and oregano and lemon pepper, and we put that on there. And then I'm going to work on a fresh corn salad to go with it.
Sounds good. And what is in this corn salad?
What I have done here is cut 5 corn cobs. I just cut it off the cob, and so I just thought if anybody doesn't know how to do this, I would just show everybody real quick. And the easiest thing to do is to just flip a small bowl inside of a larger bowl, and of course take it out of the husk. And then you just get a knife and just go right along the side. And it might go everywhere, but I try to kind of hold it on with with my fingers.
And get as much as possible into the bowl.
Yeah, as much as possible into the bowl, which sometimes is a little bit difficult. And today I'm just using a fresh yellow corn, and when I tasted it, when I was putting together some last night, it is so sweet. So I'm not even going to cook it at all. If you came across a corn that just wasn't as sweet, you know, just every vegetable is different, what you might want to do is bring a pot of salted boiling water to a boil and just toss the corn cobs like this once you get it out of the husk into the water for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then plunge it into some cold water, and that way it'll cook it a little bit. But like I said, this corn is so sweet and yummy that I'm not going to do that today.
Okay.
So what I have done, like I said, is cut already 5 cobs. So you just take your bowl out and then, you know, it's ready to go.
Okay.
So here's the rest, and I already zested 1 lime and put the juice in there, and I'm going to do 1 more lime. And I have cut up 1 green, 1 yellow, and 1 orange bell pepper. Those are just the colors that look great and that I decided to use, but of course you could use red. And then I also did half of a purple onion right there, and I cut it up pretty small. And we're going to add that in with the juice of this lime.
Oh, that lime zest smells so good.
I know, it's just really going to brighten up the flavors. And this is just such a summery dish. It doesn't have any mayonnaise, so you can feel free to take it outside when you're out there this weekend or anytime during the summer.
Yeah.
And this, you know, I just have planning on eating just by itself as a salad, but of course this would be great with tortilla chips, or if you wanted to add some black beans to it to kind of, you know, boost it a little bit and add some protein in there, that would be a really, really great side item also.
Good ideas.
And then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
Okay.
And we have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and a little bit of our corn that tossed in there. Teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to do just a drizzle of honey. Like I said, the corn is already pretty sweet, but this will just sweeten it up a little bit more. And this is going to get better as it sits in the refrigerator. So if you wanted to get a little bit ahead of your 4th of July celebration, if you have a lot going on, you could do this ahead of time and just have it ready for your party.
So maybe the night before.
Yeah, the night before would be perfect. And also, if you had any fresh herbs, basil would be delicious in this, or parsley or cilantro would be great too. So anything that you want to toss in there, or just some tomatoes. Yeah, or just like this. So this is ready to go, and since we've already prepared our ribs, those will be ready to put on the grill. So it's easy.
So we'll put them all together in just a few minutes. Make sure you get this recipe. If you still haven't figured out what you're going to be doing for 4th of July, perfect addition to your 4th of July picnic. Fox10TV.com. The recipe is on the Studio 10 page.
In our kitchen set with Lucy Greer from Greer's Market and Catering, you have prepared for us a fantastic 4th of July feast. Tell the folks who are just tuning in what we've all been working on this morning.
Okay, we worked on some spare ribs and also a fresh corn salad. Our spare ribs, we took the membrane off the back of the rib. Remember, we just used a paring knife to kind of get a little portion that you could pull with a paper towel, and then we just pulled slowly, and that allowed us to get our rub in there. And we did a rub with some chili powder, oregano, garlic powder, lemon pepper, everything in the kitchen sink in here, and that is ready to put on the grill. We also prepared a fresh corn salad with some bell peppers, some green, yellow, and orange, a little bit of red onion, and we dressed that with some lime zest and juice, some apple cider vinegar, and some honey. And this is a great salad that you can take outside if y'all are going to be outside this weekend, kind of all ready for this summer. You could do it with tortilla chips or just have it like that.
And you have a nice freshly prepared plate here. That's how it's going to look when it's all done and ready to go for your 4th of July feast. I'm going to try some of this fresh corn salad. Well, I do. Tell the folks what's all going on at Greer's Market and Catering.
Well, this summer we have lots of great sales going on. You like it? Good. We have a 4th of July sale going on right now. It's going to be going on at all of our Greer's Food Tigers and Markets until the 4th of July. We have great specials. You can get these ribs on sale. It comes in a 2-pack for $17.99, so you can feed a whole bunch of people for just $18 with this. So if you don't get our ad in the mail, you can go online to greers.com and find which location is closest to you and which ad best suits you, what you like to plan for your meal.
Sure, definitely. This is fantastic.
Oh,
I love that.
Good.
Can't wait to try out the ribs as well. And like she said, you can learn more about Greer's on their website. We have a link to that on our website, so go check that out. Always do a fantastic job, Lucy. It was good to see you again.
Thank you. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, everyone. We'll be right back with more Studio 10.